ask, is it possible to know these values or to test at home before you have a proper test, just to know if your balance is an issue? Because I mean, like I say, there's going to be lots of people listening to this that might not be coming to us for that first assessment. But if someone is at home, how do they test or know that their balance is an issue?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think just checking your single leg ability to stand on a single leg is a good starting point. So
For how long you can stand?
yeah, so the criteria I use that I suggest to people is that if you can stand open eyes for at least 30 seconds, left versus right, that's a good starting point. It's very general criteria that I give, and then the level 2 will be closed eyes for at least 10 seconds. I think that's a good challenge to work on for.
Well, I can tell you, none of our clients can do a 10-second closed eye, one-legged.
So that's usually a good place to start. Then, if you can't do that, then the best way to intervene before you spend the time and money to come see someone like me is practice that. Practice standing on with closed eyes. Maybe try 30 seconds, 1 minute. You'll feel the stabilizing muscles really start getting tired, and you do want to have if there's no risk of injuries and falling and so forth. So that is, you have to be quite attentive to that. If you generally don't have any injuries and you're very active, I say practice that, stand for 1 minute and see if you can improve it. And you do want to struggle a little bit, because the brain basically sees, excuse the pun, that you are failing with the task. So it will try and get the muscle coordination and try different strategies to correct it. And that effort of trying to get better at it is the rehab, and really improves the software side of it. So that's a good starting point there. From there on, the testing that we use is you can actually do at home as well. Is just stand on one leg and get 3 like blocks or something on the floor, on a slippery floor, and see how far you can push it away from you. Straight forward, 45 degrees left, 45 degrees right, and measure that. And then after a couple of weeks, do it again and see is that distance is getting better. That's a good home dynamic test that you can do.